community board, I said this in the beginning, we sat together. I remember we broke up into groups, but we were together. We weren't like separate, because it was a plan for the area, for the downtown area. And I think if we don't do that, I'll stop in a second.
I think Sandy makes a good point. After you you can't hear the subject, but until you have an idea what the plan looks like, if there are satellites here, then we need to respond to that. So I think that it's a bit of a moving target until we see what we're doing.
At 6th Avenue in Dean, the fire department, the police department, the parking, construction, I mean, how do we not know, and how are we not planning for that now? I mean, the residents in our building at Newswalk are sitting there saying, how is a fire truck going to get to us when you have the church parking, double parking for the fire department, parking of the police and the fire department all over the sidewalks, the rest of that? When are we going to find that out?
I'm not going to respond to your question, but I just wanted to say, don't take offense, but to the larger sort of structural question, I guess I'm sort of hearing maybe two different things. One is like there are people who primarily are concerned with the TDM project, the TDM plan, and want to focus on that. But I'm also hearing other issues like you raised that might not be dealt with in the context of a TDM project. So I think we need to, as a group, think about, does our primary focus want to be the TDM project, and then I think what you were saying is like break up in groups based on the elements of the TDM project, or do we want to cast our net wider than that?
How is that different?
Subcommittees would be dealing with, one subcommittee on TDM.
How is that different?
Operations.
Let me just throw one thing
There
out.
has to be a definition that you were saying before. What is TDM? What is EIS? What's going to be in each of those? And then put your committees associated with that.
So I think I just want to piggyback on what you said. I think there are some things that can quickly be answered, right? I think there are questions that, you raised some questions, you're raising some questions. Can those questions be answered quickly without forming committees and entities like, let's get some answers? And maybe it's that they've been given, they haven't been given, but let's kind of start clean and answer whatever we can. And so I think that's part one. And then part two becomes this TDM. Do we wait for that to come out before we regroup? Or do we get structures in place, like you just said, so that we're ready when this comes out, okay, we know what the next steps are. I just hate to wait for everything to happen in February, and then we've now kind of lost too much.
I just want to pick up on what Chris just said in this notion of not having definitions about TDM, and basically speaking specifically for Dean Street and the areas near the project, we understand three plans are unfolding. One is TDM, one is security, and one is operations. And they're all in many ways interwoven. And we need, and in addition, we have a long-term plan, which is TDM, but it also has to do with capital investment in transit and a lot of other kinds of issues. So there's a broad range of issues that need to be addressed. Sure, we may have to break this apart if it involves looking at what's coming, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that these different elements are all included in a way that in which there's communication and in which there's shared information.
So then maybe the first step is let's form a working committee, and let's start with that, and let's at least get a couple of the first set of answers done, and then we can be ready for this February 15th and then the next meeting. Does that sound good? Creating a working committee that can immediately start getting the ball rolling?
Would we have representatives from Forrest City, Ratner, EDC, DOT?
I think it's a community committee, right? And I think we're all going to have to be part of it. The elected, ESD, and clearly we'll have to invite Forrest City to be a part of it.
At each committee meeting, each of the subcommittees.
Well, I think that's a working group.
Yeah, because some of the questions that we want to work out we need input and answers from these entities. So, I mean, I would be afraid that a subcommittee would end up just sort of floating off into the ether, and it would be a way to sort of get rid of us. But, in order for our conversations and our concerns to be, actively dealt with and stay on the radar, we need to have regular input from the agencies.
I think inviting Forrest and Ratner is great. I think better would be mandating that to be there. It boggles my mind, Bill, that attendance is optional, might be optional for them. How do we engage them formally in that mandate going forward?
I have a suggestion on that front. My understanding, based on the conversation tonight, is that the traffic demand management plan is required for the arena opening in September 2012. My understanding further is that the traffic demand management plan has to be approved by the ESDC and has to be approved by the DOT. So we have the agreement from the ESDC and the DOT that we won't approve the traffic demand management plan without the buy-in of the working group. Yeah, you need the approval of the working group in order to approve the TDM.
We can think about it.
I mean, I think there's a question about how you engage the developer. There are very, very limited, so the challenge in this project has always been, there's an extremely limited number of points at which you can engage the developer through the process that you have control over. This is one of them. And it's important to make sure the community's concerns gets addressed. It seems like the most effective way, and really the way it would show, to answer some of the questions that were raised about whether the community working group has any real input in this at all, is to predicate acceptance of that TDM on the basis of the acceptance by the working group, and make it part of the equation. And that gives it substance, and then we all know what we're coming here for.
Here, here.
A lot of people at the table, though, and with it, obviously, my priority is ensuring something's in place before the arena opens.
Well,
So why don't we do this? Because it sounds like the working group concept seems to have buy-in from the people around the state. So why don't we create the working group? And I'm open to how we create that and which groups are part of it and who's a part of it. And then I think we can start, because if we don't start something, we're not going to get anywhere. And then I think working group meeting, Arana will be there, and let's see how it evolves, and hopefully what you just said will happen. But I think we have to create something to get the ball rolling.
Right. Can I make a suggestion? Hi, Carl. How are you? I apologize for coming late to this. I was at an appointment. But it seems to me that